Welcome everyone, this is Evelyn. I have quite a bit for you guys today, so I want to get right into it. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. It's 4:44 on the clock, by the way. Take a deep breath if you'd like to. Another deep breath. One more deep breath. Sending lots of love to everybody. I hope you're having a great day. And thank you so much for joining me today. It's beautiful outside. It's a little bit cloudy, but it's nice and cool. Had a nice long walk with Teddy today. And let's see what the dice have for us today. Today is the 28th of May. Is that right? Yep, May 28th is Sunday. I'm going to do the twin flame abbreviated read that's on the table for you guys first today. And then we're going to get into my messages of the day, and I'll get done as much as I can. I have at least 4 reads, if not 5. Okay, May. A lot's been coming up with the planetary energies right now, the aspecting, what's coming up for June and the solstice energies as we're at the end of May right now. And for the twin flames, here we go, for May 28, 20, 23, going forward into June and the solstice. Okay, we have number 3, which is the Empress and Taurus, but it's also coming together, socializing, good luck, siblings. We also have the Sun and Leo here, and the singularity, the 0 point. And we have Capricorn also over here. So Capricorn is Saturn energies, Capricorn is cardinal, and Leo is fixed. And so is Taurus, and Taurus is still in the south node until July 17th or 18th. I'm not sure exactly where it comes in, but it's right around there. And Teddy's torturing his taco right now, so sorry if it's a little loud. Okay, so Taurus and Capricorn around the Sun. And Venus and Saturn. The father and the mother energies too. And the central Sun. That's what I'm getting now. It's right. The responsible father, Capricorn, the Taurus Empress, Earth Mother energy, and then the central Sun in the middle. Very powerful energies there, but 2 fixed energies along with a cardinal and responsibilities. And follow through with Taurus, although Taurus is leaving the North Node in July. And the Sun coming up for summer and Leo energies and children as well. A lot about children's been coming up. So let's get going. All right, so the read on the table here is an abbreviated read for the twins. It's not my 7-deck read. I haven't been doing that lately. I've been getting more into my messages of the day, getting more channeled messages that way. This is more of a 3D kind of reading, whereas the channeled messages, it's not that this one's not channeled as well, but the way the read is done, it feels more higher vibration going into the messages of the day. So, but this is also a fun reading, and it gives you more details about the day-to-day life of the people that are involved with your life right now. So this one was done on the 25th. Today's the 28th. So this was at night on the 25th going into the 26th. And I cut the SIRIAN Starseed deck, which are the big cards here, at 7 p.m. And I finished clarifying at 7:12. So we had the major arcana of Karma, which is the Judgment card, the Chariot, and before the read was the Shadow, which is the Devil, and after the read, the Tower, and I pulled a few extra cards after the read as well. So we also had the Wheel and Transition come up as well, which is the Wheel of Fortune and the Death card. There were 2 swords, 3 cups, 1 pentacle, and 3 wands, with 23 and 13 right there, which is the King of Wands this year, and the 13 of the Death card, or Transition. So again, there is a big transition here. Again, transmuting the ego with the King of Wands here. And as far as the numbers, the King of Cups was the main character in the read, with the 9 of Wands, which is the Wounded Warrior. We have the Knight of Pentacles prior to the read, and the Queen of Pentacles after the read. We had triple 3s and triple 8s, very significant here, especially for the Queen of Cups with 38. The 3 3s, so again, any aspects related to 3 coming up with that. Very much that Christ unity consciousness. And the mother and son energies were coming up a lot as well. The triple 8s being union. That's like the two 8s dancing within their own masculine and feminine side by side, and then the third 8 comes in to knock them over into the infinity symbol, which then ties them together permanently in the enclosed or encapsulated energies of the infinity and the hourglass energies, with the 2 halves on either side, still being independent from each other. We also have the 2 9s and 2 6s, or doubles. So the 369 is also coming up here. The 66 is the Queen of Pentacles. 99 is that elevated compassion, endings. The 1 and the all energies. The Hermit energies. Again, of course, endings is number 9. And we also have 23 of the King of Wands here, 36 of the 10 of Wands, or Atlas energy, 67 of the Knight of Pentacles, 78 of the 10 of Pentacles, the end of the deck, or Heaven on Earth as well, and then 89, which is the Phi energy of expansion, contraction, or staying in the middle, reflecting instead. The code line here was all about the number 16, coming from 3, 2, 8, and 3. And just to cut 2 messages I got from that in the interpretation. Just the sudden event with Sophia, after death bridge, and there's this energy of the high road or the bridge being icy, so be careful of accidents as well. A sudden event with Sophia after death where the bridge is icy, and again, that could be, talking about the Rainbow Bridge, might be a little bit of a slippery slope here, as the Empress takes the high road with the 2 of Cups 1-to-1 dance with the King of Cups to the nth degree regarding the Chariot, which also can reference, besides movement and bold movement forward, traveling, it's also ascension for me. But the Chariot's of fire. Suddenly sad, perhaps, or twin bridges meet 1-to-1 as the Empress is taking the high road with the 2 of Cups in manifesting with the King of Cups abundance of the Chariot, and that could be buying a car as well, or 3 in the Chariot here, and backseat drivers were coming up as well. So we start out here with the 8 of Swords reversed, the underlying energies right there with the mini cards on top. So you have the SIRIAN Starseed deck is the main read, and then the mini deck for Rider Waite are all the clarifying cards. The underlying energy below the 8 of Swords reversed was the Shadow reversed, the 6 of Swords reversed, the 7 of Cups reversed, the 6 of Pentacles upright, and the Knight of Pentacles upright. And the 10 of Cups was upright below all of that. So detoxing a lack of peace, and this was at 9:53, which is the Hermit and the Knight of Swords. Detoxing a lack of peace. What's peace? Maybe someone has a lisp. A lack of peace. Dumping emotional attachments and no longer confused, sharing with the Knight of Pentacles upright, releasing anxiety, perhaps after burdened, as Atlas energy, or mapping something out. Maybe people are taking trips, it is summer, or working out to release, and that could be just working out in the yard, doing yard work. As Empress is reversed and the 6 of Cups is reversed, there could be rejection here, or jealousy or released from work in a lot of pain, or getting a massage for sore muscles perhaps, as the Knight of Pentacles is upright working hard, and that's that humble energy as well, to release anxieties about the Empress reversed and the Six of Cups reversed and the Knight of Cups reversed, or a pain in the ass, or perhaps stuck babysitting. Dissatisfied Emperor upright, clinging to the Queen of Cups who's also upright, or Scorpio reversed, which also can reference someone with Scorpio in their chart, but it's not their sun or rising sign. Scorpio reversed could be getting between the Emperor and the Queen of Cups who are both upright. The Empress and the Knight of Cups, however, are reversed here, or this could be the Empress, the mother with kids as well. As the Emperor is upright with the Queen of Cups, perhaps both are tired, matching shoes or fashion-oriented, perhaps no white horse, but a beautiful antique chalice or throne, playing dress-up for the Emperor, or Game of Thrones. At 10:15, the Wheel of Fortune and the Shadow, or the Devil there. So recently there was the Three of Pentacles reversed with issues at work, in a losing battle with the Page of Swords upright and the Page of Pentacles upright, who could be sisters, or the Page of Pentacles keeping to themselves, or inviting a psychic to read for them about a potential lover, the Page of Cups reversed, or rejection at work or school that's unfair, or the shy kid at school, or a child keeping to themselves because their parents are getting divorced and they may be having a hard time. The foundation here is karma and a wake-up call, after released for good or the bad, facing fears of loss as the Knight of Wands upright rushes back to get their ego fix and perhaps disturb the peace at the same time, and maybe they get their kicks from doing that, from triggering people. And, that could be playing the devil's advocate too, just to get people in an uproar. Aquarius defensive and the Knight of Wands perhaps had to suddenly take call or startled out of their sleep and in need of peace or vacation. As the central energy is the Three of Swords reversed, healing a heartache, or from stormy weather, with the Ten of Pentacles upright, family, business, or community, or legacy, or a big wealthy family, or perhaps very religious, or the Vatican, or Versailles was also coming up. Divided as the Page of Wands, about what or who to be, or the work to do, reaping rewards and assessing worth, as the challenge being the Two of Cups reversed, in a breakup or distance, recovering from exile or illness, trying to complete the cycle of constant delays or arguing. And the now present moment there is the Three of Wands upright, present to the flame, sneaking away before they had to share and socialize and be strong. And this could be trying to sneak away from a family event as well, or dealing with pets in the Ten of Cups upright family. The King of Wands reversed may now be single and dumping toxic habits and or withholding or just playing hardball. That could be sports. To heal, forgive, or apologize to the wounded warrior here. So soon as the Eight of Cups reversed, with the number 28 after the Queen of Wands reversed, offered passion in the past, and the King of Cups is upright with the Queen of Swords upright, uncomfortable dealing with their emotions and or leaving. As the Queen of Swords is suddenly energized, or on vacation with kids, or not working, or epiphanizing about exposing overwork and never coming home, as the twin flames are seeing themselves as the Eight of Wands reversed in a heated exchange, or not telling or causing delays, standing up to the group, pushed to the emotional limit, as the Knight of Swords reversed may be lashing out, as the King of Swords may be angered in seeing this, and then calmly walking over to them and talking to the Hermit upright to shed light on what happened. So this could be like an employer too, seeing someone behave very badly at work and then going to another higher up, just to get advice or to actually get the true story. Around the twins, or how they're seen, is the Nine of Wands upright here. And right here, I've been watching the show Unorthodox, and it was so weird. I think it was my last video I told you, in the middle of the night, I was meditating, going to sleep, and I came out of it because I heard the F word 3 times, like someone was, expressing themselves, but it wasn't me. And it was so weird because I was watching that show, and in one of the shows, she literally said F, F, F 3 times, just like what I heard the night before at 2:14. Oh, that's funny too, because my video ended up being 2:14 on the last video as well. So the Nine of Wands is upright here, exhausted. The Twin Flames, King of Pentacles reversed, at home, perhaps knocked off balance by new information and destined to move on. As Virgo and Libra are both upright here, one with uncomfortable feelings and one on their last leg. The challenge being the King of Cups, who's upright, awake but not walking away, perhaps feeling stuck, or broke up or can't sleep, or being ignored about travel plans. Then leading to the Chariot reversed here with no movement at all. And this can be traveling and just on the other leg of it, coming back or just away. But the King of Cups may have Cancer in their chart, may be depressed about the Queen of Wands reversed, who's unable to sleep due to discord at home and unable to drive or travel or move. Perhaps present with their gifts and no vehicle to use those gifts. And so that could mean a car vehicle, but it doesn't have to mean a car. It could be something else, like no means to use their gifts. So the Queen of Wands reversed and the King of Cups upright may be going in opposite directions here, as the Queen of Pentacles reversed is holding on or with limited resources to start over and perhaps lacking faith and impatient, or perhaps some foolish behavior or lack of faith, with fallen angel and deception of a manipulator present in the early morning. With Cancer, Aries, Aquarius, Sag, Gemini, or Virgo all reversed, or a group trip that was canceled or flight canceled, or financial status changed and all of a sudden they can't go. As the Ace of Pentacles is reversed and no movement forward towards a new life, stressed out with sudden changes, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed receiving a new passion offer from the Libra Divine Masculine, or the Queen of Pentacles reversed may be inspired by high vibe destiny with practical DM, starting over, coming off the island to end the pain or in a painful ending, or struggling to transition or just exhausted or after a death, or life or death ending that's not yet over or not over yet. Being very present to the flame here with Scorpio both upright and dessert. Scorpio both upright and reversed, or maybe a Scorpio who loves dessert, and Libra upright here with the Knight of Pentacles upright free after settling out, with a wake-up call and or constant back and forth, with the Nine of Wands wounded warrior about issues at work or school and trying to heal, but challenged by a breakup, disconnect, or distance. And at 12:08 of the Hanging Man and the Dance, or manifesting of dreams, someone uncomfortable being in the same space with the King of Cups, who's waiting for their ship to come in with no movement at all. So at 12:07, the Hanging Man and the Chariot, the Knight of Pentacles is released from work. They're upright here, but maybe released from work, and a wake-up call to forgive, apologize, and maybe they didn't do anything wrong. Maybe they're just layoffs or, yeah. Oh, it was interesting too, because in Unorthodox, the episodes I watched was about her when she's getting a divorce. All of a sudden, her ex, who she was supposed to be having an amicable divorce with, was just lying to her so he could get the upper hand. And then now all of a sudden he's putting out all these rumors about her and then firing her from her own company. So there's that kind of, significant energy. There may be a wake-up call to forgive and apologize as being challenged by not seeing eye to eye, and yet being present to the gift of the now moment instead, and just, appreciating what you do have instead of worrying about the superficial part of things. In a heated exchange with delays or not telling and uncomfortable feelings of not being able to walk away, as the Nine of Wands wounded warrior and the King of Cups are stuck or without a car or no money and stressed out, in a sudden event or epiphany of the Queen of Pentacles reversed, being offered a new passion project by the Queen of Wands reversed, who the King of Cups may not like or doesn't agree with. So the Queen of Wands reversed with the Knight of Wands, messenger of the Emperor, who may have great affection or lack of affection for the King of Wands reversed. The Emperor's upright sent the Queen of Wands reversed with a proposal for one healing their heart or in separation, but the King of Wands reversed may not agree on his sister's behalf, perhaps, or the King of Wands reversed with High Priestess and the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Or Pisces Queen of Cups is with the King of Wands reversed and the King of Swords reversed. She's upright, the Queen of Cups. So they have these negative men around them. I don't know if they're sad about something, but she's not. So it leads me to believe they're just not men in their integrity there. So surrounded by these, or maybe that's that energy too of having a past with men who aren't in their integrity, right? They're not the step up kind of man that is your ultimate prince, right? Around them stressing out over the Queen of Pentacles reversed, with Hermit or Virgo shedding light, that can be an advisor as well, on the Knight of Cups reversed. And there may be some jealous behavior, but I was just getting tedious behavior as well. Or her rejection by the King of Pentacles reversed and the King of Cups upright, who doesn't like him at all due to a negative past or dark night. Or Scorpio is all about the money and the King of Cups is all about his kids. So it's like the King of Cups is kind of snubbing them because he's very much about the family life and this other person is all about the money, and there's just, discord right there. As the Knight of Swords reversed may be lashing out at the Dark Knight about detoxing, a disconnect with the Page of Cups reversed, or some kind of rejection or jealousy, but really it should be about someone who's young and vulnerable, or perhaps spoiled and entitled. But there could be Pisces energy, or just that their world is upside down, and the Empress reversed, or perhaps that could be someone who miscarried or lost a child, and I'm sorry if anyone's gone through that. No one should ever have to. Or the devilish, there's devilish air sign energy who may be out of control, or death of a salesman in relation to the Empress reverse, no longer taking their calls. As Capricorn, Pisces, and Taurus are all reversed here, and the sovereign energy stuck, with the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles all upright. So here it's like the kids are doing well, but the parents aren't. Or refusing to take them to see the Magician reversed, Queen of Wands reversed, who could be someone feeling insecure right now, or who's manipulative, which is why they don't want them to see them. Or they could have a bad temper, or perhaps sick and receiving visitors, but can't have them now, as the Queen of Swords is upright and the Page of Swords as well, discussing their dissatisfaction with foolish behavior and the injustice, or embarrassing themselves in front of a judge, or just lacking faith in the justice system to be fair or solve their problems. And that could come up definitely in that situation I brought up. You never feel like you're actually getting, and in any high-profile divorce or any high-money divorce, it's just terrible because you have to spend all this money on these lawyers who then take their time, probably on purpose, just for a judge to decide without emotion, where there's a lot of emotions involved in this, on how this is going to go. So there's a Virgo, Nine of Pentacles energy perhaps, and that's an independent person who may be insecure about an offer from the King of Cups, who may be unhappy with the Knight of Cups reversed. And again, this could be someone who's not happy with the other person's children or child as well. And the Nine of Pentacles moving on through this injustice of rejection or being put in a vulnerable position, and a breakup with the King of Wands reversed, and the world upside down with the Empress reversed, or perhaps not well, and the Queen of Cups pulling in help with the Queen of Swords and disconnect or bringing them in from a distance from Dark Night or Scorpio energies who didn't hear from Capricorn reversed, or a verbal lashing from Capricorn reversed, Aries reversed, disgruntled kids who may be broken or scarred, and the Page of Wands inspired by the King of Swords reversed and their negativity, so they're inspired by this for whatever reason, or his silence perhaps, or his lack of belief in himself. Maybe the Page of Wands is inspired because maybe they know how to help them, or maybe it sparks some kind of idea in their mind. This also could be a cutthroat lawyer or advisor for the emperor, with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands both reversed here, with the High Priestess, Knight of Wands upright, Wounded Warrior upright, and the Queen of Pentacles, who may not be sleeping here or just stressed out. So I was doing a little bit of scribing here to see if any messages were coming up. The word pregnancy was coming up. And there's it was interesting. The left side, I was getting the energy of, the first thing that came up with the left side was mana mana ba ba da da. So it's very Muppet Show kind of energy, mana mana. And then Mr. and Mrs. came up as well as the RN, May and Monday, as well as neon energy or extremely bright, as in intelligent or genius was also coming up here. Specifically, in another definition, genius did come up, and that might have come up in the last video as well. Yeah. Any enigma, the beluga whale, all these kind of like heavy, like the whale, the sea lion, all these big heavy fish that feel weighed down kind of energy were coming up here, as well as the energy of the rolling stone of E, 3, W, and M, where E and 3 come up as the horizontal and then WM as the up and down or the vertical pillars. The energy of Jesus, Luz, Zeus, and we, you, as in EWE, like we are the lamb. And then also that childlike energy on the right, with that energy being wee, like a roller coaster ride. But also Eve came up, that birthplace contraction, the holy place of offering that comes up occasionally, weaving. In pregnancy, what came up, Waldo and Nancy, nun, divine masculine, Peg, plea, P, and being antsy came up there as well. Walking kept coming up as well as a message. Like, what does my higher self want us to do? And I was getting long walking. Oh, that was interesting too. The night of the 26th, I couldn't get my TV to turn off. Like, I turned off both of the remotes, for the cable and the TV. And they were working. The lights were going on and off, but they weren't going off. I had to unplug my TV. And I've never had to do that before. That was interesting. That was the night of the 26th. Waves and under the sea, a mountain cavern under the sea, but that can be just a visual of something. To be still and present to the flame. 28 and 88 both coming up, as well as the chariot. But anyway, this energy of like a hidden way out under the sea, right? Like that chamber of water that's caught in a cavern underneath the mountain that you can get out of by swimming through. And that was in a movie, I forget what it's called though, but a similar energy to that. The crown keeps coming up, and the rat, you dirty rat, was coming up again. Bamboo, cane, bamboo was coming up a lot, and birdhouses. Thrones were coming up a lot about dogs keeps coming up. To have fun, to get out and have fun. HS was coming up as in higher self. So I looked up HS to see what definitions were coming up. The hectosecond is 10 to the second. High sensitivity, in Egyptian, to be or become. Cold and freezing, feces and excrement as well, both humans and animals. And I found the symbolism of the Egyptian meaning as well interesting. It looks like the kundalini with a hook, and then like a sail from a sailboat, but that first looked to me like a mailbox. So that was coming up as well. Hassium came up, which is atomic number 108. And high school, health system, half strength at bedtime. High speed, Finland newspaper. Out of order, off topic or irrelevant. And then something that's 11S was coming up as a Roman coin worth 2.5 asses in trading donkeys. So 3 twists and a hook and a sail or mailbox and half bamboo are coming up to get out and have fun. And again, this energy of going back to February keeps coming up. February cold front with iron, brew, and airy. Be aware of great pride and tense situations. And again, the turkey started coming up, like someone is acting foolish, like a turkey. And again, the arrogant Aries type of energy, the rooster energy, keeps coming up as well. So this is the, let's see here. So this is our first message of the day read. Let me get the light out of here. All right, so at the top we have the Nature's Whispers, and then Metatron, and then the Animal deck, then the Wild Unknown Animal Guidebook, and then my half deck of Rider-Waite. So I'm going to pull them up so you can see the cards better. Okay. So this one was done 1046 to 50, which the 46 is the 6 of Cups, the children in the garden loving each other. The 48 and 49 is the 8 and 9, and then 10 of Cups at 1050 of walking away and within. The 9 of 10 of Cups of getting your wish as a single person, as well as family energy as well, the ultimate fulfillment. And the cards, the left is the underlying energies. I usually pull 3 cards unless a 4th comes out at the end, and then the extra cards or whatever else wants to come out. I use it for numerology reasons as well as to culminate the storyline there. So the cards at the end of each row came out to 01114 and 01118, which actually the first one adds to 7, the second 11, so 711 was coming up. Co-creation of the Emperor and Strength, Aries and Leo, or 48, which is that walking away within. Heavy, Sweetie, and the Walking Dead were coming up from Gematria, as well as Axel Vaza, April 7th, Who is God, Jocelyn, Jack Kennedy, and JFK came up just from my meditation stuff last read, I think it was. And then I went to number 10 because it said the real king and queen is coming soon. 11 was illuminated, and then hijackin, so Hijackin, all one word, but there's Jack in there again. And then release your fears. Source, justice, and temperance, alignment with the moon. That was interesting too. Last night I listened to something from Magenta Pixie, and she was talking about, was it Magenta? Yeah. The moon now coming into its positive state. So having transmuted the dark AI energy of the original satellite that was brought in, or converted, or whenever it was, and now going back to its original positive state. And that moon and Chi of the 18 coming up as well, of 10 and 8, the Hebrew letters. Source creation of the Page of Cups, co-creating with infinity or infinite dance. The lambda flow, so the L of the Lamb and the Father, flowing energy. 7-11, and the game Boomerang, alignment. Folding inward to align with source, knowing how to get back on your own before aligning forward, with something else. So at 10:59, the underlying energy was the 25 of the Knight of Wands, to keep your dreams alive. The 38 of the Queen of Cups, of the chakra and light body activated to support the Knight of Wands. Perhaps a Pleiadian baby, or kiss from Jack. Or the 5 of Autumn came up here, which is Pentacles, and the Manatee came up. And then Mana Mana came up again. Mana Mana. So manatees were coming up, which is that energy like the whale and the sea lion. But also it was interesting too, because my old next door neighbor used to have a band called the Manatees. There's a need to raise vibration and faith before starting something new. the dragonfly with a beautiful mind, two hearts as one, with the Page of Pentacles, student of life. The Knight of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the manatee. Again, the whale and the beluga whale and the sea lion were also coming up. Light of mind, and an 1111, the Page of Pentacles, the student of life, as the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands are out in the cold recovering, two as one, to be open and learn. The underlying energy of the 6 in the big picture, healing the root to flower the crown. The 5 of clearing out the old, and the 25 of keeping your dreams alive, as the Lovers, marriage, family, freedom, and the Knight of Wands to light a fire when needed. The 12 of suspension, or excuse me, of expansion of wisdom and hand fasting, of the grounder and the flyer, who's more etheric, and the valley between them, the double rainbows and the 4 and 4 hot air balloons, with 18 and 46 and the mother's bouquet, already knighted, and the little butterfly or inner child of the round table, the little fairy girl with unicorn bestie, and the Knight of Wands hanging out and expanding with Pisces or Capricorn, and the moon child or Cancer with unicorn bestie, and the magical soul ties of wisdom and essence of life buddies. At 1122, alignment or truth and balance of justice, and the 22 of the Fool's Journey, with the open heart taking a leap of faith, is the underlying energy of the inner child, the 36 of Atlas with a map for the inner child asking you to hear and know me, the 35 of the Wounded Warrior Kundalini, of untapped energy still waiting to be released, so little Atlas can leave the Wounded Warrior behind, the 53 of the Knight of Swords, and the key to freedom at the root of family dissension or division, with the two cards 35 and 53 back to back, which reflect each other and equal the 88 of the twin flames side by side. Again, the Wounded Warrior and the Knight, the messenger of truth. The Z's then came up too, which are channeled by Lee Harris, a group of 88, the Wounded Warrior and the messenger of truth, rising within and without simultaneously, as the 29 Blue Madonna is present and aligned with Sirius gifts, holding space. And again, the blue whale came up, the beluga whale, the blue whale, and then blue GA came up, where G is the spiral and A is the blast off of the energy here of 4 to 7, from the heart to the crown, the rose heart and the crown that's now cleared or blasted wide open. In 4 to 7, with 3 in the middle, the lambda leap as the bird rushes to the front line to boomerang. In the lurch of the hidden temple and legend of the falls, the Wounded Warrior and the messenger of truth gifted with the Queen of Cups and their light body holding them up. So the air card then came up of 13 of air and fly free, basking in two houses as one, and let's make a deal in transition, with 46 and 33, and they came up today like twice in a row, and I resonate with people in my life, the 46 and 33. So there's this energy of families being brought back together, and there may be a specific reason for that. So to follow that guidance if you feel guided to all of a sudden come together with the family. At 6 of Cups and the 7 of Wands, loving child or children, and perhaps a loving father or Christed vibration, and the authentic self and who are you. Yes, who is who you are. Who is you? Both 4 and 6, father and mother, and the inner children at the dimensional gateway. And there's an invitation here, with the Queen of Cups in transition with a child, a Christ vibration, and standing up for oneself and their bestie, with one card at the end here, 17, of conquering your fears together with angelic assistance, being careful when you walk down the hill or across the bridge. One step at a time, please. No need to rush. And that can be like single file for children too at school. So at 11:38, so remember to take your time. Don't go into fear. 11:38 is the Justice and the Queen of Cups, and it's also written that way, 38:11. The underlying energy of the Two of Swords. And this is the animal deck, and the picture was twin dachshunds or hot dogs, that could be coming up for somebody, and keeping to self, not making a decision. With the 13 of the Peacock, release of the past to step into something new and show off your feathers, which are pure white here. With the Prince of Spring and the Knight of Wands, and the Dolphin opportunity that needs your attention right away, as the Knight of Wands is lighting a fire under the Peacock, and the Page of Pentacles squirrel is collecting nuts. Be careful about extremes and polarizing, as the Ten of Wands, Saint Bernard. I was getting Bernie and Andy. You're working too hard, and stress will soon become too much. Reach out for help and take time to play. As the Ten of Cups, prairie dog, with time to express love and appreciation for family, or congratulations on a happy marriage and or family and success on balanced children, and helping those who feel left behind to heal and have faith in themselves. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, and the Belgian hare and the sea lion here, perhaps a mom and 2 kids following practical and creative advice to be followed precisely. So there's some advice that's to be followed exactly, and focus on the positive in every situation and or person. And that's interesting too, because I remember last night Magenta had said that 2023 has an exact timeline, like it needs to be followed precisely. And I'd written this prior to that. So the sea lion with worries that aren't real, to let go of fear, and all will be okay and is okay. With the Eight of Swords and bunting, affirm your freedom as you're not trapped, giving self greater confidence. Go out and have fun again. 1154 is the Ace of Summer and dove, the first blush of a romantic love and rebirth of a current relationship, and are awakening to new gifts and insights with the Ace of Cups. The beluga whale, the manatee, and the sea lion coming up here as the Queen of Pentacles, helping water signs or family, kids and or pets, as someone may feel weighed down or blocked or gained weight or pregnant here. At 1158, the underlying energy is the curious otter with grounded buffalo, getting friendly or active with zebra and activated third eye, and or using it at the moment. Heard it through the grapevine, bat out of hell, or spaced out, or lost in space, and the fish out of water, or very ungrounded and thirsty or dehydrated. So be careful about making sure you drink enough water. The bat needs earth, and the fish needs water here. The event, the wound, the show, the accident came hell or high water, or Black Panther to trigger and light a fire. Along with Scorpio's surprise, jump, or sting. And yet the lion remains calm, with a beautiful mind and 2 hearts as one, or somewhere else. At 1203, which is the Hanging Man and the Empress, the octopus with an overactive or overstimulated mind, not knowing the right from left, and needing boundaries with teacher's pet. And that could be literally too. Perhaps someone with allergies. The mainframe, reading far and wide, allowing independent movement of those attached to them. As the vulture watches, the Knight of Wands octopus teacher transitions at birth, or with 2 old folk around watching, the vulture and the whale, who are both very tired or retired, but the cobra is on high alert to help out, or on call if they need him. When the student is ready, the teacher comes, with graduation and 3 keys, and then an array of opportunities for the alchemist. And the 3 keys are Capricorn is, actually Sagittarius is graduation for the alchemist, and then you go through Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces as the last 3 keys before you become the alchemist. So 1208 is the Hanging Man and the dance, the underlying energy of the lovers, the divine lovers here, as the King of Wands, the High Priestess, higher self or divine feminine, or the King of Wands with help to look at lover, affection, twin, or Gemini in a different light. As the Nine of Pentacles independent catch, free and happy with self, as the Knight of Cups offers love to the Queen of Cups, who answers with the all eyes have it. As the Page of Swords magician, or Gemini Page of Swords with opportunity from their twin flame, as the King of Cups is busy with the 6 of Cups children, and the Six of Cups traveling, perhaps that could be a soulmate as well, as the Knight of Pentacles to the Knight of Wands, but the Queen of Pentacles is wounded or guarded about this, or pet or fire sign unsure of this Knight of Pentacles person, as the Queen of Pentacles is stressed, purging, or unable to sleep, and the Page of Wands is connecting with the King of Swords and the Page of Pentacles, or the King of Swords to learn from them, or this. Or the Page of Pentacles is an invite of the King of Swords to the Queen of Swords, or male, or the King of Swords wants to study the Queen of Swords, as the Queen of Swords is introducing them to the world, or a neighbor, the Divine Feminine or Pisces, and the Empress or Taurus, mother, grandmother, or speaking. This could be a pregnant mother as well, or just the Queen of Swords' announcement or going to the airport for Pisces and Taurus flight. As the Knight of, or the Dark Knight, or Scorpio, or transition to the Knight of Swords, or the Emperor with a delivery sent back to the Empress who's tired of this, or the Empress's messages or package may be constantly ignored or returned, or the Emperor with something to say about everything with harsh words or constant texts, and the Empress is tired of that. The Emperor and the King of Pentacles here, or are they one and the same? And the Queen of Wands or fiery Capricorn waves at the court, or taking the stand, or waving to the Page of Cups who is, or Judge is very sweet or kind to them. Perhaps they know them. Or the Empress and the Emperor split, and the King of Pentacles and Queen of Wands are dealing in court or custody court, or twins Scorpio, or excuse me, not twin, but or Taurus, Scorpio, Aries, and Capricorn, Libra, waving to the Page of Cups or saying congratulations to them, as Taurus North Node is fighting with Aries for top spot, as Scorpio South Node gets in the mix there, and Capricorn, Libra being sweet on saying, can we all just be friends? And again, at graduations and things like that, you're going to have all the different sides of the families coming together. Or there's congratulations in order. With Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and Octopus Teacher, or the Queen of Swords' life's work, the Queen of Cups with the Knight of Wands, or Blue Baby blowing kisses from beyond, and the Page of Pentacles with a beautiful mind, but someone's feeling weighed down in all of this, or water sign kids having a hard time feeling stranded, or old and wise, or fully exposed to the world and marching to the beat of their own drum. Perhaps an air signs feeling old or worn out, or Pisces and Cancer with loving time together. Perhaps Scorpio or Pisces are feeling like a martyr, imprisoned or released and feeling weighed down, or the Empress in lack or with child or released, healing, loving, or helping a child or daughter and keeping an eye out for anyone wanting to bother them, or looking out for visitors or a family who's coming by. With earth and water kids, pets and messages, or neighbors coming together, or coming out party or graduation or birthdays or showers, as this is that time, in May and June, or getting a good tan before vacation with friends at 12:50 here, which is the Hanging Man and the Ten of Cups of the emotional family and fulfillment. So I had an appointment, and during that appointment I had to lie down for a little while. It was like half an hour or so. I was immediately connecting there, and it was really weird in a positive way. I was getting some beautiful guides were just popping by, but I also started seeing people from my childhood who were really good at sports, like someone who was like the best one on the swim team, and then I did gymnastics, and they were like the 4 people I'd done gymnastics with for a long time. And then my mandala, I would see my mandala as this, I can't describe the red. It's more of a pinkish red, which is really interesting because I like the orangey reds because it looks better against my complexion. So I never really go for the reds with pinks in them because I don't think they look good on me. But it's like that lighted up pinkish red. I don't know how to describe it, but it's this really beautiful color, but it's always all that one color, and it keeps coming up, and that came up again at that time, along with the energy of the I'm looking right at the flower, and now I'm blanking out on the name of the flower. I don't think you can see them now. Oh, marigolds. So I ended up drawing a flower, and it was, it's this energy of the marigold flower, and asking, how the 6 petals is the flower of life, but I have a mandala that I made as a child that I did mostly 6 petals, but I always used to do 8 petals when I would draw my flowers when I was young, and those were both coming up as the 6 petals are open, the 8 is the closed circuit. And then the cardinal came up with mandala as well, and the cardinal as in a bird, to bring, carry, blood old, to create green dollar coin, to sink, hold, load, and cautious all came up, as well as the laundry washboard, the old way of washing things, and deep passage, the deep passage of the cardinal, which is very interesting. When I was out with Teddy on a walk today, we saw a blue jay, which I haven't seen many around the yard, but out on our walk we saw one blue jay flying by today. And again, marigold came up specifically. The man's deep passage of cardinal red. And then cardinal marigolds were also coming up here. And then marigold is Mars, the sea. And of course, gold is God, for me, is God, the ancient one, but again, the energy of OU, which is that Om energy as well. So getting into this next message here, we start with the energy deck, and then my combined Lenormand, Reverie, and Kipper deck together, and then Metatron, then my Wild Unknown Animal Tarot, and then my half deck of Rider-Waite. So that's this one here. Okay. So this one was done on the 26th from 6:50 to 6:54 at night. The 50 is the 10 of Cups, and then the 51, 52, 53, 54 are the King, Queen, Knight, and Page of Swords. So a lot of air energy and messages there, along with family fulfillment, or not, depending on how that comes out. The numbers that came out at the end of the rows were 11113 and then 195146 as the twin flame abundance, sunshine of the King of Swords, and the 6 of Cups, loving children or inner children, or the Hierophant with patience and lover or family, the twin flame chaos of the Hermit and the King of Swords, and again the inner and outer children. So I said a lot about children were coming up, and they were coming up at 7:02 right there. At 7:04 I started transcribing the underlying energy of the 47 of the thinking woman, the 9 of change, the 51 of the color white, the lizard, and then the King of Pentacles, which is number 65, the studious female with options, hermiting changes with home and or car, with the King of Swords, pure and innocent, emotionally sensitive, or Liz or Liza Road coming up between the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. The thinking woman, seeing synchronicities, but I was just getting synagogue as well there, and following bliss with the changes for the Hermit or Virgo, with the King of Swords and purification, and sensitive to crowds with the King of Pentacles as well here. At 7:18 of the Chariot and the 18 of the Moon, the underlying energy of the 17 of action, the 22 of yin yang, 34 of the door to personal healing, the 53 of the Magician, the 47 of the thinking woman, taking action to make dreams come true, at the 22 station, off balance with the yin and yang, or the station of balance of the 5D station, and the door to personal healing and happiness, an energetic exchange or hours of love with the Knight of Swords. The Fool may be in a lot of back and forth with the Knight of Swords, Magician, and the thinking woman. That could be sexual energy as well, or just a lot of busy work there with the Aquarius, Aries energies there. The journey of the divine feminine or Pisces, packed with directions, and the 35 wounded warrior, as well as the first root chakra there, Archangel Michael and the King of Cups, 37. The third chakra, solar plexus and Shamuel, as the two cards there, 35 and 37 equals 72. Again, 72 being the half of the 144 and only half of the equation. With Saggy and Pisces or water, studying or traveling, orange to gold, crossing bridges when we get there, clearing the route and confidence as we go, with 20 of judgment and envious dark woman or Aquarius, the underlying energy of the 8 of the dance of the false person, perhaps the thinking woman and official, or Aquarius and Aries, and the Page of Cups who's vulnerable as the 37 King of Cups may be running out of time, or Pisces man on a journey of despair, or the pair on the way to Virgo or hermiting changes. A message to the 29, 3 of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the 6 of the mature woman. The Hermit with vehicle of change and a message. Virgo, Cancer, change and message. Perhaps a grown daughter and mother and or present to the truth of what it is to be a mature woman or head of a family. At 8-11 with the Dancer strength and the Justice of alignment, and the 25 of the Knight of Wands with new passion or commitments, as the 24 Queen of Wands and the Page of Cups are reflecting swans, with the 23 of the King of Wands to court with Shadow Lover. So all 3 fire signs came up right in a row, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. There's a lot of fire in Capricorn here in the House of Judgment or City Hall, as 14 and the Fox who leaves the hen house or leaves the city for the country life, or 34 of the busy occupation or busy work or occupied by the energetic exchange, while the Magician on a magic adventure of deliverance and self-discovery between work and home and the travel between. The 4 of the House and the King of Cups, and the fire in Pisces, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Sag, Gemini or Virgo, and Aries, and the King of Cups, or the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands in 2023, a lover's engagement, and a wake-up call to a higher love, and going back and forth from city to the country or the suburbs, or between 2 homes. Sagittarius could be leaving Aquarius to be the King of Cups he always wanted to be, or coming home to roost at 8-23. Again, the King of Wands and the underlying energy of the 36 of the inner child and Atlas asking to be heard, the 35, the Kundalini that needs to be released, so let it go, the 18 of the Mother Earth and grounding support, and the 25 of the Knight of Wands and passion and a love for life, as the 51 King of Swords and the color of white and purification, cool on the surface but bubbling beneath to the light, lighting a fire underneath the King of Swords. At 8-28, again the twin flames and choice of path, the 9 of action and movement needed, the 1 of yellow of joy and happiness and the Magician and the Divine Masculine, and the 26 of the pink of self-love and compassion, the King of Swords and the Hermit, chariots of fire, as bee and buttercup, life bulb, Magdalene, scallop, and the magic pollination of new life, Page of Wands. The Hermit's running with the shadow bird, as well as a new life, the 43 of healing and the pausing to receive and come together, as the Queen of Cups 38 is powered up, and the 13 of air and flying free with Scorpio, and the 46 of the authentic self. And who are you? Yes, who is you? Of the who man. The water signs at the Golden Gate, the 2 birds flying in tandem to the dimensional gateway of the Christ unity consciousness with an invitation for twin